All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders. And Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. We just making this quick and transit video on this article you see right here. And we're going to grab a few precepts on it so you can start reading it.
Okay. This is of RT News. It says, Pyongyang may hit U.S. targets in South Korea if provoked by Americans, Russia General to RT. North Korea may well fulfill its threat to hit U.S. targets on South Korean territory if continued pressure by Washington puts Pyongyang at an impasse. Pavel Zolotarev, a retired Russian major general, told RT. A U.S. strike against North Korea may go against common logic, but when a country is governed by propaganda and the United States are going through such a period, political decisions go beyond rational logic, and there we can have consequences that are hard to foresee. Zolotarev warned on with. Okay.
Oh yeah, I think that was kind of it. Like,
that's pretty much the premise of the story.
Yeah, because it says it goes into how Trump, he threatened to, like, when he threatened North Korea back by saying fire and fury, like the world has never seen before. So like they basically they basically the World War III is on the brink of happening every day. Because Trump was over there saying the reason he said fire and fury, he said he was trying to speak in a language that Kim Jong-un could understand. And really all that's doing is provoking them and making them angry.
I got a preset to back you up right there.
Oh, yeah.
Because what language do they Kim Jong-un understand? What language do Putin understand? What language do the leader of Iran? All these countries understand the language of thermonuclear fire, okay? Nuclear warfare, man. And that's all scriptural. This is Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yeah, so this is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. It's not going to be no guns on the field like it is now for modern day. You're not gonna have no American army just going out there shooting at another army. Now they can just press buttons.
Yep.
They got drones. They got everything else to not even have to raise a hand, or just a click of a button, really. And all they're gonna do is, like it says, burning and fuel of fire, because that's gonna be from the missiles. And that's what all these countries have now. So nobody's scared of America no more, man. You see North Korea, they the main ones right now going back and forth with America. That's why it's so heavy on the news, and it's propaganda as well. But they're not afraid to shoot their missiles on America. That's why they keep making those type of threats, because they're not taking lightly to anything that America's saying. They learned about the THAAD missiles being in South Korea, that was there without the governor even knowing. And then you got Trump over there trying to tell them to stop making their nuclear weapons when America makes nuclear weapons. So it's being hypocritical. So so these countries, man, in North Korea especially, they're not trying to hear nothing that America's talking about. It's basically their mindset is like, if you don't leave us alone, we just gonna nuke your ass. You keep making threats at us, we just gonna, like, fuck it, just shoot a missile. Like the people say, like Esau's turned mad, mutually assured destruction, because that's all that it is. You shoot your missile, I shoot my missile, and it's guaranteed that we both gonna get hit at the end of the day.
Okay. Yeah, and even in the news, what's going on? The U.S. is talking about what? Sanctions on North Korea, Russia, and Iran. Go ahead. No. Okay. And them putting sanctions on Russia is to what? Cripple the EU, the European countries, from what? Receiving, I believe, natural gas from Russia, because Europe is a country that lacks in resources, so it's very dependent on these different countries, chiefly Russia, okay? And they just made a deal with Russia basically they're going to use a new pipeline. I forgot exactly where it's going to go through, and I forgot the exact name of it. I don't want to mispronounce it, but basically they've been making deals, okay, especially in the wintertime, because the winter is coming back up, okay. The seasons are flying by, man. The Lord is cutting the time short, okay. Hey man, summer is about to be a thing of the past, all right. We're about to be back in the dead of winter, okay, if it's the Lord's will. Amen. And these prophecies are going to continue to kindle, okay. So what, with the U.S. putting sanctions on Russia, that's what going to further cripple the EU, because they're still suffering from the sanctions that they already put on Russia from the U.S. All right, from that the whole ordeal in Ukraine, okay. And that crippled the EU. You have certain leaders, all right, in different European countries, been speaking up on that for years, all right, or for however long that sanction been pressed forward, okay, because it's been hurting these European countries, man. So now these countries are speaking out. They're like, look, hey man, if America go forth with these sanctions, look, we're gonna counteract, all right. We're gonna stand on our own 2 feet. Hey man, we gotta stand up for ourselves, because what? They seeing that feeding into all these philosophies of Babylon, of Esau, all right. You know, it is leading them to a dead end, nowhere, okay. So now they're saying like, look, we gotta stand up for ourselves, our country, you know, because what? Because Babylon is standing up for themselves. They're in it for their own good, all right. So now, hey, what? The allies are turning up against these countries. The president of the Philippines, he's been talking about joining up with Russia. He did interviews and all. He did meetings with these countries, Russia, China. The allies are turning against America, man, right before our eyes, you know. So this thing is happening.
You can get Matthew.
God, it was St. Matthew
24:6.
All right. This is St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Yeah, and that's all you hear about on the news every single day. Like the main thing being pushed right now is North Korea nuking America, because that's what got everybody spooked. Because it's propaganda at the same time, but it's real. Because North Korea, they'll really shoot their nukes over here. They already had the videos out there. They been doing missile testing, and every time that America does anything else to provoke them, like doing drills with South Korea, over there closer to their country, or just anything that's provoking them, to Trump talking shit, they're just gonna do another missile test, just showing you that they're ready to go. All right, and this is all you're hearing about right this very week. That's all that's been on the news. Is a hell of stuff talking about North Korea, the threat of them shooting a missile over here that can actually reach the U.S.
And that's to go to further prove what time and season we're in. I believe when you go into Ecclesiastes, the third chapter?
Third chapter.
It goes into the times and seasons. And right now, we're in the time and season of war. You're hearing rumors of what? Of the signs and the times. Of the time period that we're in. Reality, okay? We're in war. We had distress. We're in turmoil. This is all that's coming to pass, all right? You know, we're not in a time of peace, welcoming one another, all right, love, according to the world standard, okay? And man, we're in a time of all-out battle, okay? And this is a spiritual battle, man. All right, because the carnal mind state is already lost. Just having that mind state, you already lost, man. You know. Especially because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not with a carnal man, all right? The carnal mind is enmity with the Most High, okay? So it says, this is back in St. Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yeah, so all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, because it's still other prophecies that gotta be fulfilled. You still got the chip coming. You still got martial law. You know, race wars.
Yep.
You know, the economy collapsing, people actually out here starving, famine for lack of real bread, all right, and the lack of hearing the word. And us no longer being out on the streets. All these other things that still have to come to pass on top of the World War III, like the scriptures prophesy about. Hey, you keep going.
Okay. For nation shall rise against nation.
Yep, and that's what you see. North Korea coming against America, Russia coming against America, all these different countries coming against America one by one. You're starting to see all the countries leaking up, like the scriptures talk about coming against the whore. But you keep going.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yeah, that's good right there. Yeah, and all these are the beginning of sorrows. We haven't even seen the famine coming yet. We got certain countries that suffering from famine, but it's not over here. So when it come over here, man, it's gonna be on a whole nother level. Because nobody out in this country, they're not used to suffering like that. You can get food whenever you want, 24/7. Everything's just handed to you here. People not even tripping about the whole North Korea thing. Nobody really talks about it on your day-to-day. You don't really hear nobody really bringing it up, because people not really watching the news like that, man. And if they do, they're just a bug out, worried about their own little life, not worried about the real matters at hand. But the World War III and rumors of wars, that's what's gonna be the beginning of sorrows, because it's gonna be the pestilences, plagues, earthquakes, famine, all these other things that still have to come to pass that people are gonna suffer from. All right, well, whatever you got, we can end off on that one.
Yep. Basically, everything that the brother is alluding to is scriptural, because what? This day, this is all gonna take, chiefly, because we're only talking to Israel, all right? Yeah, we're commanded to go out and warn you heathen nations of your judgment as well, because the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is a righteous power, all right? He lets you know what it is before he rolling your bitch ass, all right? You know? So this message ultimately goes out to Israel, you so-called Negroes, not Latinos and Native Americans. Hey, look, you 2/3, man. Hey, this is your judgment that's been written beforehand. And what? With you being out of tune of the prophecies and what's going on, and ultimately rejecting the word of Yahweh Shemi Yahushai, what? Hey, man, you've been blinded in this, hey, what? So therefore, you don't understand, you don't see, you don't perceive what's going on. Thus forth, having all of this come as a thief in the night to you. So yeah, I'm gonna end it off on this basically, man. You know, this is gonna hit you guys. This is gonna hit you niggas off the blind side. All right, like that movie they made about that coon ass nigga. All right, I don't know how true that story is. All right, based on the fat ass nigga that played football. You know, Edomite family took him in, and motherfucker felt at home. All right, but yeah, this is 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
Yeah, so the day's gonna come as a thief in the night, like the bro was just going into. You don't expect a thief to come in when he does, but he does it when you least expect it. And everybody else, they're blinded, like it says in Isaiah 69. You're blinded from knowing any understanding any of this. To you, all this is just a joke. It's not real. It's not going to come to pass. You got, like in Esau movies, you actually have faith that the American army could beat anything that comes against America. But this is not going to be Esau's movie. This is going to be Yahweh Shem Yahushai's movie. So it's going to play out how he said he's going to play out. He's going to come in as a thief in the night. And then everything that we see all around Babylon is going to be wiped away. All this is just temporary. Because when as soon as the missiles touch down, everything is just going to be gone. people, you're actually gonna, if you're here, you're gonna just disappear, like turn into dust. Your skin actually getting melted away from the missiles.
And your mindset should be geared towards that, man. Because it's not about us, man. All right? It's not about feeling good in Babylon, being complacent in your captivity, all right? That's the mindset of these niggas, you know? Our mindset is look, man, just like the Lord said, these things must come to pass, man. It have to, all right? Because everything else already can't. We're in slavery. The Most High said that would come to pass. And what? The curse of Deuteronomy 28 chapter still lays out this day. Yet it's dwindling away and leaping on these other nations, chiefly Esau. Man, you seen Esau get the bitter end of the stick, man. It's his time to go down, man. All right? And hey, man, if you're not with it, you're going to go down along with them. And we're with it. We're with it from the apostle elders on down, man. You know? For the Sisir Akyam, that's all we speak towards and for it, all right? Just like the past prophets, you know, disciples and apostles, man, they wrote these epistles out to the churches, man. This wasn't something just for everyday Israelite, you know. This was for the chosen, man, you know. Yeah, that's good.
Yep. So we just wanted to touch that article real quick and let brothers know, like update brothers on the North Korea situation, because you see that every day damn near this week has been something new happening back and forth.
Hell yeah.
And then, you know, other things came out through the spirit, you know, going with the spirit. But with that, we hope the lesson was edifying, you know, like keeping you brothers up to date, keep your eyes open for what's going on, you know, watching for the prophecies coming to pass. And with that, we going to give all praises again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders. And Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word, truth, and sincerity.
Shalom.
Shalom.